Hi everyone, Shri here with the video about connection and commitment, following the blog that we had last week. I'm trying to figure out which way to look in order to make sure I'm looking at you. So in the blog, I talked a little bit about how, and this was also the theme of my last video actually, because we talked about how we are constantly trying to keep ourselves small because of all the negative self-talk that we do. We find it much easier to diss ourselves rather than build ourselves up, and partly it's because of conditioning, how we've been how the what we've been taught about how to think about ourselves, and partly it's because we sort of live up to the expectations of the world around us and our own expectations. And we talked about how life is acting as a mirror, and whatever you are seeing is it's showing you this is what you think of yourself, and so this is the space to heal. So I got a question from someone asking me, how do you start loving yourself? How do you start accepting yourself? And that's such a an on point question, because the reason we do not live up to our dreams is because we are so sure that we are not worthy of living up to our dreams. So the thing to do is to begin to start building ourselves up. There are several ways to do this, and I have a 3-part video series that, for those of you who are interested, I go into, I give you several little tips on what you can do. And I also have a 4-hour webinar that goes into a lot of depth about stopping to cringe and starting to live, and sort of working with your inner critic and all of that. So if you are interested, let me know, and we can talk about how to get that to you. But I think the first thing to do is to become aware of your inner talk, right? So sometimes you don't even know that you're talking to yourself. All you know is how you're feeling. That something happened, somebody looked at you some way, someone didn't look at you, someone didn't call you, or there's some little trigger that sets you off, and it makes you feel bad. It makes you feel less than you are. So that's one thing that happens often. And the other thing is, when you begin to sit down to do something, like you want to write, or you want to learn to sing, or you want to learn to paint or dance, or look for a job, or pursue some certification or degree, then the inner voice of "you're not capable of doing it, how stupid are you, you've got other responsibilities, you're a mom, you're a or you're a dad, and you've got a family to look after, don't be crazy, don't go after all of this." So that kind of conversation starts, and the first thing to do in order to silence the conversation is to become aware of it. So one of the things that I would suggest that you do is to take 5 minutes a day, not a big chunk of time of your day, but take 5 minutes a day and just write nonstop about, just let your words come out and see what the words are that are going on in your head. They may be cuss words, they may be excuse me, they may be words that say, "I don't know what the F I'm doing here, I'm so terrible, I've got so much stuff to do," whatever it is, whatever, for 5 minutes. And ideally it's when you're feeling really stressed, but if if you don't have the time to do it when you're really stressed, because you may be stressed because you've got things to do and kids to take care of and dinners to cook and all of that, promise yourself that you will take time every day, either early in the morning or late at night or in the middle of the day. Make 5 minutes for yourself and sit down and revisit that time when you were feeling stressed and start putting down on paper the thoughts that come to you. That'll be a first step towards deciding and recognizing the inner talk that goes on when the response is a feeling of not being good enough and stress and worry and just yucky feelings. First thing to do. Once you do that, then you can start, once you recognize that a lot of this is coming from inside you, then you're in a space where you can begin to understand that the work that you need to do is inside you. So it's not that other people have to change in order for you to feel better, but that you have to start feeling worthy within yourself in order to change. And that's when we talk about what are the techniques that can be used to really have a regular program that builds you up. So so what I would suggest that you do is you begin tomorrow. So this is Tuesday. This video will come out to you on the 30th of November. Actually on the 29th of November. I try to send them out at 10 p.m. every Tuesday night. So you'll have this in your mailbox on the 30th of November. And I want you to spend a week between the 30th and December 7th taking this time to investigate the inner conversation that goes on. And as you do that, and when you have learned how much you're pulling yourself down, I want you to send me an email. Hit reply to this, and I might send you a couple of emails over the week just to remind you to see if you're doing this exercise. And then we can set up a conversation, a phone call, where I can talk to you about what the possibilities are and what the techniques are. Maybe it'll be the 3-video series, maybe it'll be the webinar, maybe we can set up regular time where we can talk and I can coach you through this. But this is the first step really to living the dream life, right? Because it is where you build yourself up enough that you begin to see that reflected back. So hope that you will start doing that. And I would really love if you would even send that email to me, send those notes to me. I have a client who just did that. She was really hesitant, first of all, to send these notes to me, because she thought that they had to be perfect and they had to be, typed out and what I was able to convince her to do was to send them to me exactly as she wrote them out. Because one of the things that happens as we become more comfortable with ourselves is we become okay with imperfection. So so hoping to lead you guys through this journey of radical self-acceptance from now, and as we come through the blogs. And so let me know when you do this and how this feels, and hope to hear from you. Hit reply on this and be prepared to get a few emails from me between tomorrow and December 7th to check to see if you are actually doing this exercise or not. All right? Take care. Have a wonderful evening or morning, depending on when you watch it, or afternoon. God bless. Love you.